Hi, Terry McCullough here, and would like to just take a few minutes to review with you some opportunities for managing contacts in your organization across multiple devices. So you can see on my screen here on the left-hand side, we've got a list called Members on SharePoint here, and you'll see that it has a few the typical contact fields one would expect. Basically, what you would see in Outlook is what you're seeing here, along with a couple of custom fields, including membership, the membership start date, and if the member is no longer active, the end date of the membership. And you can edit these lists very easily in bulk, kind of like Excel, just by dragging and dropping. And of course, you can just click stop to save your changes. And that's SharePoint there. Now let's take a look at Outlook and see how we can get this list into Outlook as a contact list. Right now in the contact area, there's no contacts listed at all for that list. And so let's open up Internet Explorer and go up to the top to the ribbon and go to List and connect to Outlook and allow that pop up and say yes again, and you can see it start populating. There's roughly about 1,200 contacts in there, and that will eventually show in the lower left-hand corner. So the next thing to do is to make sure that this contact list, can be used as an address book within Outlook for composing new emails. If we take a look at it right now, you'll see that there is not a source. It's not automatically set up for you. So we can go ahead and just change that by right-clicking on the folder and going up to the top to Outlook address book and checking the box that says use it as an address book. And so now when you go to create a new email, you can use this particular list as an address book source. Okay, now let's go back over to SharePoint, and you can right-click on the folder name. Oh, before we go, I should also say that you can edit these people just as you could in SharePoint as a regular Outlook contact. And of course, any changes you or your teammates make would be reflected back into SharePoint. And if we go back to the change that was just made for Cheryl Aiken, you can see that that change of VP did propagate. And finally, if you do need to get to SharePoint quickly from this list, you can right-click on the folder name and select Open in Web Browser, and it will take you right back to SharePoint. Now let's also talk about a new feature from Microsoft called Power Apps, which replaced InfoPath, and it's a very versatile tool that enables one to do a lot more with the data that you have in your organization. So I'm going to click on Members Listing. This is a separate SharePoint page, and you'll see this populate in a second, where I think I'll try to make that screen just a little bit bigger. And you'll see the contacts show up in a little bit of a different format than what you were looking at earlier. So now in the search box in the top left, you can type in the a letter of the person's last name or spell it out as we have here. And you can see the company name and the last name of the individual. And we'll give you the detail on the right-hand side. If you would like to edit that, certainly you can do so. And let's change her job title from VP to Senior VP. And click the icon on the right, and that's been saved. And of course, you can sort ascending or descending, and then you can quickly click through and see the details of those users selected or those contacts selected on the left. You can also create a new contact. Okay, so let's take a look at the contact list from an iPhone. Click on Members. We have a shortcut in the desktop here. And this will render what we were just looking at earlier in a little bit more of a compact fashion. And let's see, so if we were working with Cheryl Aiken earlier, let's go back and look at that one. And we can expand that view. And of course, we could delete the contact, or on the top right, we can edit as well. But I'm not going to make any changes right now. And then if we come back to the home screen, we can also clear that search and get all the people back again. And the two icons could be utilized for making a phone call or sending an email. And if you just click on the icon, you'll see it pop up, and I can make a phone call or I could send an email to that particular person. Thank you for watching.